rough night last night, but I have been driving today to get to Mesa Verde National Park, and I just got to my campsite and it's super cute, and I'm ready to set up my tent and then head to the park and check it out. Look at this view. Okay, this is my new favorite thing that I own. It is a cooler, but it's not your average cooler. It is a cooler that you plug in with a cord into your car, so it's basically a refrigerator. I got it at a garage sale for $30, and I love it because I can have real food in the car. Alright, I just set up camp. Feels kind of weird just like leaving my tent here, but there's tons of people around, so I'm sure it will be fine. And now I'm gonna go to the park. Yay! I also changed clothes, if you're wondering. I kind of want to look a little cute. That's my podcast coming on. Alright, okay, see you soon. I just slathered on some sunscreen and went into the visitor center, and it turns out the main hike that I wanted to do closes at 3:30. Which is super weird. It's 3 now and it's like an hour away into the park, so that's not gonna work, obviously. So I just looked up a different one to do, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow morning and do that one because I really want to go to it. I was at Sand Dunes National Park yesterday. I took my day pack, and I had my day pack up in this seat next to me, and I went around a corner and my day pack just like spilled onto me, and the amount of sand that poured onto my cup, that poured onto like my junk, and that poured into my seat. Just from my backpack! That's crazy. Where's my car? Anyway, one of the pros about traveling by yourself is that you're in and out so freaking fast. Like, I just went into a gift shop to look for a patch for my patch collection, and I looked really fast and I was in and out of there within like 4 minutes. And like all the outlooks I've stopped at, you know, I'm taking my time, but I mean, I'm definitely not like staying for an hour, so it's kind of nice. Whew. So I checked out 2 of the ruins. And there's like 3 more around here, like on this trail. But it's really hot. And a creepy man came up to me. So now I have to wait for the creepy man to leave. He just got in his car, so I'm just gonna watch him leave, and then I'm gonna get back on the trail. Yeah. Okay. I see something. Wonderful! Nobody is here! Woo. I'm back at the campground now, and I just finished unpacking. I put all of my stuff, like my big bins, into that little mini backpacking tent. It's super small, but it holds all my stuff, so it's great. And then I just made my bed. I'll give you a tour. So, thick mattress pad, sheet, blankets, pillows, and then I have a little curtain. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I'm very tired. Also, look at the view from outside. It's my little kitchen. Now I'm gonna make some food. I think this is the prettiest kitchen I've ever had in my life. I got my wok, and then I got my cooler. So let's see what we can make out of all of the random stuff that was from my apartment before I moved, and a couple veggies I got from the store today. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit more peppery than I would have liked. To be honest, I don't even really like pepper that much. I just put it in because I feel like I should. As long as you like spit out the little peppercorns and you don't actually eat one, it's really good. I've been chilling in the car now for a while. I'm so tired, so I'm just like really zonked. I can still see the sunset though, like from right there. So I will enjoy that, but I am calling it a night because I am tired. I thought I would just show you kind of what the inside looks like when the door is closed. And this is about where my feet are when I sleep, so they touch, but nothing crazy. Actually, I was going to go to bed, but I forgot that I wanted to fill in the blanks a little bit with what happened the other night. I stopped filming because things were getting a little crazy. Basically, I found that campsite on Airbnb. So it was a private campsite and I did like pay for it. It wasn't very expensive, so it's okay. But I went all the way out there, and as you can see, like I showed it in the film a little bit, but it was just like really pretty, but it was really, really remote. And I knew that it was like a little ways from the nearest town, but that town was a lot smaller than I had thought. So it didn't have a gas station, it didn't even have like a store, anything there. Like it wasn't even really a town. I just got bad vibes. So you know what? If you are traveling by yourself and you get bad vibes, don't stay there. So I very quickly was like, okay, I'm not gonna stay here. It's very pretty, and maybe if I had a friend, I would be wanting to, and maybe if I had like, you know, some extra gas. The fact that I was just so far away from a gas station and the cell service was a little dodgy out there as well. So I only paid like, I don't even think $20. It was like $15. So I wasn't feeling bad about that. I mean, a little bad, but you know what I mean. So I decided to put into my GPS where I was going to go next, and today I checked out Mesa Verde National Park, so I just put that in my GPS because I was like, okay, I'll just start heading there and then I will find somewhere to stay, probably a hotel on the way. And because the campsite had taken me so far out into the middle of nowhere, when I put my GPS on to the next place I wanted to go, I was already so far in the boonies. And so instead of the GPS like taking me right back to the expressway where like people live, it took me just like really right straight through the middle of nowhere. And of course I didn't look at this. Like I just like, okay, yeah, it says it's 2 hours away. I'm just looking for a place to stay, so I'll just find something on the way. I'm just gonna head in that direction. Everything started out fine. I was driving. It seemed really picturesque. There was mountains, trees. It was beautiful. A half an hour went by though, and I kind of started to realize like, wait a minute. I haven't really seen a car in like a while. And then a couple more minutes went on and I was like, wow, I haven't seen a building in a while. Another half hour went on. I was just trying to remain calm because I was getting a little freaked out. I was listening to my podcast, but then my podcast like stopped. So I had lost cell service basically. That's why my Spotify wasn't working. Something about not seeing any other humans for like an hour and then suddenly not having cell service kind of freaked me out. But I was still like, okay, you're fine. Like I still had quite a bit of gas, like probably 3/4 of a tank. And I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep driving. Like what else can I do? Luckily though, like if you already have your destination programmed into your GPS, like the GPS still works because it's not using you know, your I don't know, like not your service, like it still knows where you're at. And so I wasn't worried about my GPS per se, but I started getting worried when it had been almost 2 hours that I had passed like a few cars. I hadn't seen a town. I hadn't seen barely any houses. Yeah, by the 2 hour mark, I was in tears. I still had 100 miles left to empty by the time I did find gas, so like I wasn't in as much danger as I thought I was at the time. But I mean, I was scared. Like I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, crap, I don't have service. If I run out of gas, who am I gonna call? And then I was also concerned because it was getting dark and I had the good sense to try to find my campsite way before dark because I had read in the reviews that it was kind of hard to find if you were going past sunset. So I was plenty ahead of schedule to go find the campsite. But then when the GPS kind of took me into the depths of, by that time it was probably like 8 or 9 o'clock and the sun had set. So I just kept driving, and again, I had my GPS, so I was able to know that a town was coming, and I was also able to know how many miles I had left. I knew that I had plenty of gas to get to that town. So I was pretty prepared. There are ways that this could have been avoided, but like it could have gone a million times worse, and like I am safe. Well, I ended up getting one of the last hotels in the town, and it was like a big town. It was like a city. And the guy who checked me in was like, yeah, you're super lucky because this is our last room. I got there at probably like 9 or 10, probably closer to 10. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. So you can barely see me now because of the lighting, but my story just kept going on. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you about kind of what happened. I want to be as transparent as possible about this experience because not all of it is going to be pretty, and that was kind of one of my fears, was exactly that happening. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be like glamorous every single day, and you know, some parts are scary. When you're traveling by yourself, it doesn't always feel good, and you do get nervous. So if you are traveling by yourself, good job, keep it up. It's freaking hard, but it's really rewarding when you do get to have some of these moments. Good morning. Look! Hello. Put my little water bag on my tub back here so that I can stay hydrated on the road.